Everybody, it's Princess Ariel, and um, I just want to do another quick video. Uh, with the help of my friends creating my anime persona, Princess Ariel, making all of my dreams come true, basically. Um, it's been a couple of years now, and it's just still going. And like Kitty So Mean, she uses all those photo cam apps to create all my different looks. Some stuff I do because I have a theatrical degree and I do a lot of heavy makeup, and then sometimes we'll do like a combination of uh, of the two. Like we'll just combine things together, but that's what creates my anime persona, Princess Ariel. And I always believe, like, I don't believe in the stereotypes of black trans girls because you know how much they've been murdered every year. Seems like every time you turn around, there's a black girl getting killed in some city near you or the next state over, and it's always those same types of situations where the guy robs the girl, and it's a hookup. They rob her. They try to take her money. They end up killing her and all this kind of stuff. Or it's a community thing where she lives in a very impoverished black community where there's a lot of hate towards the LGBTQIA, and it's intersex and ally, if you don't know what the IA part is. And so they always get beat up on videotape, like a whole gang of people beating up on one person, and this kind of like vigilante, lawless type behavior. And then of course nobody comes to the rescue. The police don't get involved. They always blame the victim and so on and so forth. The person's dead and you ain't coming back after you're gone. And so, for somebody like me, it's very heartbreaking to witness that, over and over. Because when I close my eyes at night, I internalize everything I see. That's why I don't like watching scary movies and stuff like that. I love the fairy tale stuff. So I veer more towards fantasy, fairy tale, anime, love stories, and that type of thing. And that's just me. I love recycling and, growing my own plants and things of that nature. And that's pretty much has been my sounding board throughout my own transition and all of the things that I've had to endure myself, which has not been, a ball of, wax or whatever. It's been a rocky road from day one. Um, you know, and I just go back as far as my time at Disney. I don't go beyond that because then that's going into a whole nother land of crazy. But I always try to talk about workplace discrimination. That is one of my main focuses since, you know, I left Disney back in 2001, like right around September 11th when the towers collapsed. That was the week that I was moving on to my next venture, leaving Florida. And so I had been with the company for 10 years. And Kitty So Mean was there. That's where I met her. Um, there's some other one that you guys don't know that are my friends still to this day, that they worked at Disney and we all stayed friends. A lot of them are still working at Disney, and they all are still, some of them are still in Florida, some of them are still going to the park, some of their family members are still working there. Kitty's, I think her boyfriend is still working there, her mom still works there. So I still have a connection to the company. A lot of the people that I work with over the years are still there, and those who have passed on, some of them have died already. But for me, I do miss Disney so much. And like I worked in Magic Kingdom the last couple of years in the parades department, but prior to that came on the college program. You may not know that, in 91. And I ended up staying because I was at MGM. At the time they called it MGM Studios. Now I think they just call it the studios. MGM no longer has the contract or whatever. But back then, I was like a tour guide, for the animation studio. And then I moved on to The Little Mermaid, where, thank you, that's where I fell in love with that show. Prior to that show, it was like the Muppets, and it was like a live stage show. And then they took that show out and put the Little Mermaid show in, which was like a live action anime stage show. Like it was puppetry and like a live girl singing on the stage and all the special effects and all that. And I ended up like training people on the job and in both locations, and then it moved on from there to Muppet Vision. There was like a studio tour, and I was just training people everywhere. And I started getting cross-trained in food and beverage and merchandising or merchantainment or whatever they call that now. And that's how I was able to put in overtime. And so over the years, I started to just build my career more and more. I started working at Epcot, and I got to work at the Wilderness Lodge front desk. It was really hard, but learning all of that really helped me down the road living in Vegas. I ended up getting a job at really big hotel out in Vegas, Tropicana. And so yeah, so I just wanted to come on and talk to you a little bit about, you know, my anime princess Ariel, and my storytelling and why I like talking about workplace discrimination, because you see what's happening in the world around us, and if we don't stick together, if we don't talk about these things, how can we change people? Sometimes you have to lead by example, and I know that's really hard to do when people don't want you to exist. But then here you are. So what do? You have to push forward the best way you know how. I try to be as kind as I can to people. If they don't like me, then I just don't go around them. I don't go where I'm not wanted. I've learned it was a hard lesson to learn growing up, but the sooner you learn, don't go around people who don't accept you. That's a hard thing to go through life with lesser friends, but you're alive, and you have to have some survival skills out here. Some people haven't experienced anything, but I would not like to see any of our sisters or brothers that are, LGBTQIA being on videotape beaten or hurt or, making a wrong turn somewhere that could be deadly for them. And you see it all the time. And so I just want to say thank you to all of my friends and all the people who support me. If you want to see more of my recycling projects and stuff like that, please like and share. It is so important because I have to build an audience, and I have to build my, my, I don't know, my brain just went left. But you know what I mean. I'm trying to get more viewers. I have to build my views. And so that's really important. Um, if you want to donate, you have to do it at the Cash App. It's a P-C-E-S Ariel. It's very easy. Not like Princess Ariel, but just P-C-E-S, P-C-E-S-A-R-I-E-L. And, dollar donations, whatever you can donate is great. That would help me build my platform and get updated computers and updated equipment and all of that kind of jazz to keep the party going on recycling and on going with, having discussions and story times and storytelling about my time at Disney, because so much had happened that it's hard for me to talk about it. So I just kind of made it into a fun story. But I'm getting to the point now where I can get a little bit more serious without crying. And I think that's the hardest part for me, is because I don't want to be on videotape crying over something that happened 20 years ago, more or less. But it was really personal to me because I had worked my ass off. Oops, can you say ass? Yeah, I can. Off in that company. In 10 years, I had really built up a really cute resume, and then I got run off the job because of, basically ignorance. Someone who just found out from a friend what I was up to and decided to intervene and try to stop me. But at the end of the day, she didn't stop anything. She just blew me up. It took 20 years or more or less for me to get to where I needed to be in my transition to where everything is legit, legal and legit in where I am at in my environment. And I thank God for that. And I don't have any regrets because it was meant to be. It was either death or living in my truth. And I was getting to the point where I didn't want to live anymore because I didn't fit in the gay community because I didn't feel a part of them. I knew I wasn't like a gay person. I just knew it. There was nothing about me. I had, been around a lot of gay men, and so I was like, I don't really fit in with this scene. And they were telling me I didn't fit in with them. So there you go. So what do? You just start contemplating not being on the earth anymore. If you don't fit in with straight, you don't fit in with gay, who do you fit the what the fuck do you? Oh, excuse me, such lady language for a princess. But it is what it is, and I just wanted to talk to you guys briefly and say hello. And like I said, once again, please like, share. Thank you for listening. I'd like to say thank you to all my friends who support me. Thank you, Kitty So Mean, for being so brilliant with all of your talent, with all your colorizations, and it just keeps going. Oh, it's amazing. I never saw myself as a beautiful person until, you came in and just added to the gravy. I mean, a theater background and then your brain for color, girl, it's just unreal. So, goodbye everybody. Thank you for listening and like and share, please.